Royal Enfield's 500cc Bullet was first introduced in Britain in the 1950s. Royal Enfield's strategy to meet the production demands for orders being placed by the Indian Army was to build a new factory in India. The Enfield Bullet, produced by Enfield India Limited, has been in continuous production ever since. If you had purchased a Bullet 10 years ago, you would have found it to be a nearly exact copy of a 1956 Bullet. Same soft aluminum cases and timing covers, same point-style ignition, same motor, and same manufacturing methods from 5 decades ago. That's changed over the last few years after tough emission standards prompted Royal Enfield to design a completely new, fuel-injected, unit construction engine with a catalytic converter. The designers retained the character that defines a Royal Enfield Bullet, that distinct sound of a long-stroke thumper with a hefty flywheel. They also preserved the vibe by not installing a balancer shaft. The result is a well-built engine with a stated output of just over 27 horsepower and 30 foot-pounds of torque. Not the kind of numbers that'll have you rocketing down the road or doing throttle-only wheelies on your victory lap. Horsepower and performance are not why you buy this bike. You're buying a time machine. A window into the past that won't require a flask full of carb cleaner and a pocket full of tools to get you home. Other improvements include better oil flow, hydraulic valve lifters, and electronic ignition. There's a disc brake up front and a drum brake out back. The front suspension is provided by conventional damper rod forks. The rear uses dual gas-charged shocks. The transmission is a 5-speed gearbox with a left-side gear shift. The ratios are widely spaced, and shifting works best with purposeful engagement. If you hit a false neutral, you simply didn't try hard enough. So how does this new Royal Enfield ride? Motorcycle Sales Direct, located in Scottsdale, Arizona, was kind enough to let me take one for a spin. The fuel injection system was perfect, providing excellent throttle response and easy starting. The single front disc brake has good stopping power, but the rear drum felt vague. Suspension was soft, fine for in-town commutes, and okay for relaxed back road rides. The transmission worked well on this bike. The torquey thumper forges ahead no matter what gear you're in, and clutch pull was easy. Steering was light and precise at anything over 20 miles an hour, but it felt a little awkward at parking lot speeds. The C5 Bullet still has a few rough edges. The gas tank seams looked a little primitive despite being very nicely painted. And how about those utilitarian hardware store bolts? But overall, this is a nice motorcycle. It's a handsome package and easy to work on. The $6,000 price tag is a shock to some people, but I look at it this way. It's one of the few vintage bikes you can buy whose parts are readily available. The 2010 Royal Enfield Classic C5 Bullet has character. Character that is distinctly Royal Enfield, distinctly old-school British bike in nature, even if it's been manufactured in India for the past 5 decades. A modern unit construction engine, electronic fuel injection, and a 2-year unlimited mileage warranty should all work to keep you out of the garage and on the road having fun.